Back at it again, and to say that I'm angry might be an understatement. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram here with some breaking news that Jim Jordan will not stand for a fourth vote for Speaker. Chad, what happened?
That's right, John. Well, just a few minutes ago, the House Republican Conference met privately, and via secret ballot, they have voted to yank his nomination from him. This was a small d Democratic ballot behind closed doors. Jim Jordan has had 3 failed votes for Speaker on the floor this week, and he kept losing more and more ballots each time, and there was no sign of that attrition waning at any stage. So the Republicans are done with Jim Jordan and his bid for Speaker. This is 2 potential Speaker nominees that they've burned through in the past 8 or 9 days. Steve Scalise, the majority leader, was first. We are told that he will not stand for Speaker again. The one person who has thrown their hat into the ring early is Kevin Hern, Republican from Oklahoma. He is the chair of the Republican Study Committee, which is the largest bloc of conservatives in the House of Representatives. We are told that they will have a filing deadline for candidates for Speaker to file by Sunday evening, and the Republicans are going to send everybody home over the weekend and have yet another, their 3rd candidate forum on Monday night, and then try to go to the floor sometime next week. Now, I'm told, now it's unclear if Kevin Hern or anybody else can possibly get the votes to win a Speaker, that they would at least have to burn through one more person before they might try to put into effect this plan to vote to give Patrick McHenry, the Speaker pro tem, full powers to run the House of Representatives. I'm told they at least have to go one more round and see where they stand. But the thing that's staring down the pike at them is trying to fund the government in a month's time, and also trying to deal with this aid package that President Biden announced last night for Taiwan and Ukraine and Israel. That's something they do want to address. The Senate probably, considering if you compare it to the House, will be able to move that rather expeditiously in the next couple of weeks. And something, John, I was told very early on in this process when they kicked out Kevin McCarthy, the former Speaker. I said, when will this process be over? When will they tap a Speaker? And there was one learned hand here on Capitol Hill said, Chad, the deadline is really when they have to fund the government come mid-November. And that might be the deadline for them to get a Speaker and again make the House of Representatives operational.
That is. So as you just heard there, Jim Jordan is officially out of the Speaker race. Yeah. The guy that we had all made 1,000 phone calls, probably, well, I know more than 1,000 phone calls for to our representatives to vote for Jim Jordan. We had all made those phone calls, and yeah, I'm just utterly disgusted. I'm angry. I mean, these guys are just absolutely unbelievable. You know, when I got into or like started diving into politics, I had no clue it was going to go down this path. But you know, when it started heading down the path of, yeah, I'm probably actually a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. What have I been thinking my entire life? You know, I in my mind, of course, you know, I just thought all Republicans, you know, were on this side, and then all Democrats were over here. And then once I realized, all Republicans aren't actually Republicans, you know. And then of course now I'm seeing this crap. I mean, I'm just, oh man, wow. But let's get into the list of 25. There were 25 Republicans in Jim Jordan's third go round that voted for him, or that did not vote for him, excuse me. And here they are. So here we have the list here. And as you can see there, the first go round, 20 people voted no. 20 Republicans voted no. Second go round, 22 Republicans voted no. In the third round, 25 Republicans voted no. And here is that list of Republicans. Pause and read and see if any of these guys or gals is someone that you voted for. And if it is, y'all know what to do. Make a phone call. And of course, when it comes to them making these ads, come out and vote for me. You know what to do. Absolutely not. We are not voting for any of these individuals. And I know most of you, probably 99% of you, agree. We ain't voting for these people. None of them. Not a single one. They are cooked. And here's the other 3. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Simpson, Stotts, I don't even know how to say that, and Steve Womack. So there you go. There's a 25 right there. Okay, let me get all of them on the screen at once. There we go. If you want to screenshot that, whatever you want to do, so you have that list, so you know who not to support. Okay, if that's how you feel, which I think most of you would probably agree with me on this based upon what I've seen in the comment section. And of course, we all knew Jim Jordan was the guy. We knew he was the guy because of stuff like this.
Jeffrey, are you confident that you would have all of your people here this weekend to continue to block Mr. Jordan, that you have enough votes, every single roll call vote this weekend?
We recognize that Jim Jordan is a clear and present danger to the American people, and we are going to be here for as long as it takes to end this national nightmare.
Have you heard from any moderate Republicans who would be willing to partner with you on a speaker candidate?
It's a question you should ask them.
Leader Jeffries, at this point, would you ever vote for Patrick McHenry on the floor?
I've said repeatedly that there are many Republicans on the other side of the aisle who we believe are good Americans, good patriots, good men and women. Patrick McHenry is one of them. There are others.
Jeffries, are you confident?
Yeah. Called Jim Jordan a clear and present threat. Clear and present threat, which tells me that that's the right guy. And it also tells me that Patrick McHenry is the absolute wrong individual. The absolute wrong individual. There are some great patriots on the other side, and Patrick McHenry is one of them. That just means Patrick McHenry is probably going to be kissing your behind, and you know it. So absolutely not. We don't want anything to do with Patrick McHenry. He can kick rocks too. Okay? Listen, this stuff right here has motivated me to make the Rhino list so much. I'm just utterly disgusted. I'm disgusted. And I want some feedback from you guys as well in terms of making the Rhino list and Rhino videos. Because I was kind of thinking along these lines. I would make like a batch, right? I would have like a batch of rhinos in one video. So the video wasn't like crazy long. If I included all of them, I feel like the video would be way, way too long. So maybe 15 per video. So I have a little bit of time to give like a little bit of like a tidbit of information. Like I would say something along the lines of, hey, this is why, I feel that this person is a rhino. They voted for this. They voted for this. They said this. Here's a clip, kind of thing, and then move on. How do you guys feel? Let me know, because I'm trying to wrap my mind around how I want to go about making the Rhino list or videos per se, or should I just make individual videos for each person, which would absolutely take forever. That would be a very, very long list. Y'all let me know. Any thoughts, any opinions on that in the comment section. But let's jump back to the situation at hand. So here we have Steve Womack, who went on CNN to complain about what's going on, and he had this to say. So Steve Womack says this in an interview on CNN regarding Jim Jordan and the House Speaker race. Jim got 194 Republican votes in the open. In the privacy of our conference on a secret ballot, he got 86. Now that tells me that he was not nearly as popular among our colleagues as he was among a lot of people that have given me a lot of advice on the phone. Basically what he's saying is middle finger to you, the voters, right? Because Jim Jordan is popular among you voters who are giving me advice on the phone, but he's not popular among us. It's what we want, not what you want. We don't represent you. You shut up and sit down. Okay, I want to curse so bad because I'm so angry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh man, it just absolutely disgusts me when they get on these ads, right? Get on these commercials. Oh, we're gonna represent the American people. We're gonna represent you. Vote for me. Can I have your vote today? Sponsored by Steve Womack. And then behind closed doors, they do stuff like this. Forget what the people have to say, because we've done our job. We've done our job. We've made the phone calls. You see it. They had no choice but to admit what's happening in their offices right now. They've had no choice but to admit it. Okay? They've all been swamped with calls. And kudos to every single last one of you. We've done our job. But of course, the swamp doesn't care. We just want your vote, and then you shut up and sit down. You follow me. I don't follow you. So y'all Remember this. Remember this when Steve asked for your vote. I don't even know where Steve is from. I don't even know where Steve is from. Those who did not support Jim Jordan in private were proving that they were not representing the will of their constituents. Facts. Facts. Means you care more about the swamp. Facts. Facts. Those are just two comments right there. But yeah, wherever Steve is from, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all know what to do. And I got this clip from Sir Dan that you guys are definitely going to want to see here, because it's just absolutely ridiculous. What in the world? It's just absolutely ridiculous. Check out this clip from Dan Crenshaw.
Let's go ahead and bring in Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw. He's a Republican who serves on the Intelligence Committee, also a former Navy SEAL. Congressman, which way do you think this third round vote on Jim Jordan's going to go this morning?
It's not going to get better. So you played some comments downplaying the threats against these members. Oh, everybody gets threats. Look, nobody's been a target of crazy online backlash like me. Right, I'm like clickbait for people. I should get a T-shirt that says clickbait. This stuff is different. This stuff is different. What I'm seeing against these members and their families and the things being said by right-wingers, that's different. And so, and this is the problem. I've said this a week and a half ago, that if Jim Jordan's allies went down this path, he wouldn't become speaker. They would entrench opposition. That's exactly what's happened. So they're not moving. That's the facts as they are right now. I'm going to vote for Jim Jordan on this third round because I'm a stickler for process. He won the majority. I'm going to vote for him as long as he's running. But the facts aren't changing. People should understand the facts aren't changing. Trying to push us into the weekend and force votes and this kind of fake nobility of getting the job done, that's not going to work. It's going to backfire. I want people to understand too, sitting around a room up here arguing about who's the most popular, that's not working for the American people. I don't like it when people come on Fox and say we got to get the work done. That's not work. I want to remind my fellow legislators that work up here is your committee work. It's legislating, it's writing bills.
Okay, Dan, you can shut up now. We don't care. So there you had Dan. Nobody's got criticism like me. I'm so disgusted with these folks. So utterly disgusted. You know why? First off, what I said earlier, which I don't need to rehash. I'm not going to take you guys through that again. But also, y'all remember when Matt Gaetz, of course, led the 8 to get Kevin McCarthy out of office, which most of you agreed with. Only about, according to my Twitter poll, over 90% of you agreed with Kevin McCarthy being gone. So Matt Gaetz was doing the work for the people, what the people wanted. Did Matt Gaetz sit and whine and cry about getting threats and people yelling at him and being angry with him? Did he cry about it? Did he get on camera and say, oh, people are going after me, it's crazy? No. Did you hear Matt Gaetz cry about when Mike Rogers, the first time when Kevin McCarthy was trying to become Speaker of the House? Y'all remember when Mike Rogers got in his face? What it seemed like to me was about to fight him. Did you hear Matt Gaetz cry about that? There was allegedly a situation that happened behind closed doors just a few days ago where a guy allegedly wanted to fight Matt Gaetz. Did you hear Matt Gaetz crying about that too? Did you hear it? Oh my gosh. Oh, my blood is boiling right now, man. I'm so angry, man. It's just so frustrated right now. I don't even, I'm sorry. I'm just, oh man. This stuff has just gotten absolutely ridiculous. First off, they don't listen to the people, and then second, they cry when the people make a phone call and let them know how they really feel. Now, I don't agree with like threatening folks. I'm not saying that that's what we have to do, or calling people's spouses. I've already said that before. But nobody's received any more criticism than me. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Excuse my language, but I'm just sick of this mess, man. I mean, there's some good news that's coming out of this entire situation. Here we got Byron Donalds. I am announcing my candidacy for Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. So there you have Byron Donalds officially announcing that he will be throwing his hat into the ring for Speaker of the House. Now, I highly doubt that he'll win, if I'm just being 100% honest, right? I did have a list of the individuals. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Right here. Here's a list of individuals that are putting their name into the mix. There you see Byron Donalds there at the top. Byron Donalds to announce candidacy for Speaker of the House, and I just showed you his announcement. You have Tom Emmer, Kevin Hearn, Austin Scott, Jack Burgum, Mike Johnson, Mark Green, Roger Williams. The only person on that list that I see as someone that would actually represent us to some extent is Byron. Everybody else, they can all kick rocks. Now, it's probably going to be one of these individuals. Tom Emmer, Kevin Hearn, probably, more than likely, one of those two. But maybe we should start making calls for Byron Donalds. Maybe we should start making some phone calls for Byron. I'm disgusted, man. Are y'all disgusted? Am I the only one that's angry? Like, am I just like getting my panties in a bunch for no reason, so to speak? I don't wear panties, of course, but y'all know the saying, okay? Y'all know the saying. It's just a saying, all right? Y'all like, you wear panties, son? No. But all seriousness, am I getting angry for no reason? Do I just need to call? Y'all let me know in the comment section, because I need to know if I'm tripping or not. Let me know, please. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love, family. I'm out.